Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary. Today I am bringing you a challenge that I accepted. It is a pro aging tag challenge. And this is a challenge that Leanna Dalton, and for those of you that do not know who Leanna Dalton is, you're missing out. Leanna Dalton is a beautiful woman inside and out. She has inspiring and motivational words that come out that are priceless. She has gotten me through some pretty rough times with things that she has said that helped me to think about the current situation I happen to be in. So if you have not started following her, go follow her, show her some love, and you won't be disappointed. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So let me go ahead and go into the challenge now. And this is a challenge that she brought on to embrace your age, where it's pro-aging instead of anti-aging. Accepting the age that you are. I'm fixing to be 60 in March, and I do embrace my age. And if people ask me how old I am, I always tell them. I have never been one to hide my age or take a few years off. I have always embraced my age and embraced the fact that I am getting older. Wrinkles are setting in. Hooded eyes are getting much more hoodier, if that's even a word. But I'm going to go ahead and stop there and get into the questions. So question number 1 is, what is one makeup technique you've officially retired? And I'm going to say the winged liner. The winged liner, because of my extremely hooded eyes, I have struggled with it. I have tried doing the bat wing liner to try and get that winged liner, and that is too much work. I can do other things with my eye looks and don't have to take that much time and quite possibly mess up whatever work I have already done. So I've given up on that and just embraced what I happen to have with my hooded eyes. So wing liner is what I have officially retired. And which anti-aging claim do you find most insulting? And for that, I am going to say, and Leanna had pretty much a similar response to that, is instant tightening of the skin, smoothing of the skin. Skin did not get loose and wrinkly overnight, and it is most definitely not going to tighten and smooth out overnight either. To me, that is just telling people you shouldn't be old. Well, I'm embracing my wrinkles, my everything that I happen to have because of my age. So that's just me. Let's go into number 3, and that is, what is the $10 drugstore find that makes luxury look overpriced? I'm going to go with mascara, and I don't happen to have it. I did forget to bring it, but it happens to be the Essence Princess Mascara. I use pretty much all of them, the curl mascara, all of those, the lengthening. I truly do love it, and I'm going to say it's not even $10. I believe I pay no more than $5 from Ulta. I do place the orders, and more times than not, I can find them for $3 and some cents. When I say they lengthen and bring some volume into your lashes, that is exactly what it does. They also have a primer that goes with the mascara. Absolutely love it. So it's a mascara that is under $10. Then we have number 4. How do you dress up your wrinkles instead of trying to hide them? And I'm going to say that is with a highly moisturizing product. I do have several, and I know Leanna also showed some of them, which is what incited me to go finding mine. I do have 2 that I use, not as often as the third one that I'm going to show you, but I do use these 2 here. And this one is by e.l.f. It is the Stay Cool primer stick, and they are just gel-like sticks, and you can tell there's been some use to it because I have been using it. And I just apply it underneath my eyes, whether I'm wearing makeup or not. Makeup works really well with it. It does not become too greasy, too oily. Then I have, and of course I took off the cap, Hydra, and it's I'm trying to read a language that is not there. Let me go to ours. Coolant or cooling Hydra depuffer for eyes. Now that's our language. But this one happens to be from Wet n Wild. Pretty affordable. Also similar gel balm, and also has some use to it. Just depends on what my mood is or which one I can find at the moment, because sometimes I do lose my makeup sticks. But definitely things that I use quite often. My go-to, my holy grail is the Becca. And it is the Becca Hydra. I don't have my glasses, but I do have my magnifying device. So for this one, it is the Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. And this is not something that you can find as easily anymore. I happened to be scrolling through Mercari and found it. Purchased two because I intend to use both. I love it. It has not dried out. As you can see, hopefully you can see, there's a dent in there already, but it is absolutely amazing. Does give you some brightening. So it is something that works. I absolutely love it. It hydrates like no other. So that is my go-to, and I do have a backup for that. Then let's go ahead and go into number 5. Question number 5 is, which step in your routine has transformed into a mindful healing retreat? And I'm going to say masking. And masking is because that is the time that I take, and I know I do the Monday masks, but I mask quite often, whether it's a hydrating mask, a sheet mask, or I actually need some kind of exfoliation. But more times than not, these sheet masks are the ones that relax me the most. Apply the sheet mask, get a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever your preference is, kick back, relax, and let that take your magic or work its magic into your skin. That is something that I truly, truly enjoy. It's a time to just reflect, quiet, peace. Sometimes I'll play music, sometimes I'll just be in silence. Just depends on what's going on that particular day. So sheet masks, I'm going to say. Not every mask, but sheet masks relax me the most. Number 6 is, which product helps you take up space when you feel invisible? And for that, I have 2 different answers for that. I have eyeshadow palettes for glam looks. Not just your basic everyday go to work type of look, but definitely go in, create a glam look, and just play in your makeup. That helps me relax. It helps me give myself a sense of, I am able to do this at my age, because I am not a makeup person since being young. That was not me. I started makeup a few years ago, and I am truly enjoying it. Going out of my comfort zone with eyeshadows is a relaxed thing for me. The second one is my purple shampoo. Purple shampoo because it keeps my hair as white as it can get. I get a lot of compliments because they say it's not brassy, it's not anything, because I'm naturally just, I have not colored my hair in quite some years. So I do get a lot of compliments, and a lot of it has to do with my purple shampoo. It makes me feel visible. So let's go ahead and go into number 7. And for that, it is, what is one beauty rule that you've given yourself permission to break? And I am going to answer just as Leanna did, and that is going to be with shimmers. Since I started, I had quite a few comments in some of my videos on YouTube that told me that I should not be wearing the shimmers, that I needed to stay away. Probably at the beginning they were not being applied correctly because I was still learning to do my makeup, because I started doing makeup when I started YouTube. That may have had something to do with it, but using it the way that accentuates your eyes, it's a game changer. So there is a technique. I'm not saying that it works for everybody or it doesn't work for anybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you make it work however you feel that it's going to make you feel beautiful. No one should tell you how to apply it. I took it as I need to work on it. Not because I cared what people said, but because I knew for a fact that I needed to work on it. And now I have shimmers. Lots of shimmers going on right now. It's just the way that I apply it. Number 8. What is your no BS strategy for your eye area? And I am going to say eyeshadow primer. I have to have an eyeshadow primer because that is going to help bring out the intensity in some of the eyeshadows that I use, because I use a lot of different colors. I go bright, and the outer corners, darkening my outer corners. Because of my hooded eyes, I have to darken the outer corners in order to make all of the other shadows pop. If I can camouflage my hooded eyes, it accentuates and brings forth the beauty of all of the shimmers and colors that I put on my eyes. Number 9. What was the last product you bought because you were worth the effort? And for that, it's more than one product. It happens to be a skincare routine that I tried. TikTok shop. TikTok shop is a dangerous place for me. But I'm going to show you those products. I'm not going to open them, swatch them, anything like that. But I am going to start in the order that I do apply them. And it happens to be the Medicube line. I'm almost out, but I do have my backup. And this is the PDRN Pink Niacinamide Whip Cleanser. It feels like you're putting bubble yum on your face. Bubble yum is the one that came to mind because it is gummy looking. It says it's a marshmallow whip, but I associated it with bubble yum. Then I go in with my toner, and it is a Milk Pink Niacinamide. Yes, PDRN Pink Niacinamide. Also, chef's kiss. Love it. Then I go into my eyes, and this one is the eye serum, also PDRN, and I have seen a difference, a major difference. Then I go in with my actual serum for my face. I'm almost out, but I do have a backup. And this one is also the PDRN line, and no, this one is not. This one is the triple collagen line. It is a serum, and then I apply my moisturizers, and I have 2 different ones because I do combine them. This one is the cream, and I'm almost out, and I do have a backup. This one I apply and mix it with a little bit of the gel. This one is also there, but the gel itself is what I use at night. Mixing the 2 of them together is what I do during the day. It works for my skin. That's how it helps keep my skin hydrated and moisturized. but the gel itself, I apply more of the gel at night and leave it on. Love it. But there's one product that I use, and I only use it once or twice on my face, but I do use it on my neck and chin, or neck and décolleté. I use this one 2 to 3 times a week, and it is a micro needling Epsosome shot. I do have the pink one, the PDRN one as well. I'm working on that one as well. But that is something that I purchased. It was over $100 to purchase all of that, even with the discounts. But it is most definitely something that I am finding very, very rewarding and has made a difference in my skin and the sagginess that I'm having because of age and weight loss. I know, taking a lot of time, but it was worth it. Number 10, which product will never see the graveyard? And for those, I have two. And the two products that I'm going to show you have significance, one ending an era and the other one beginning an era. And this is one that I've shown, and I've shown it before. I'm never going to let it go. It is the way that it stayed. It still has my little sponge applicator in there. It has some use, not a whole lot, but makeup was not something that I did too much of. But this was my palette. This is all that I owned for, God, decades. So I don't know how old this is, but it is something that is all that I owned. My go-tos were mascara, eyeliner, and lip gloss. That's it. No lipstick, lip gloss. But not the case anymore. So then the next one, that one ended the era of just having one palette and just going in and venturing out. The next one is a Flex Beauty Cosmetics palette. And this one I don't use as often, but I still create looks with it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. Those are the shades. Beautiful, pigmented. And this palette happens to be a palette that I did a collaboration with Flex Beauty Cosmetics. Close to the beginning of her launching of her products, and the invite that I got to become part of the PR team for Flex Beauty Cosmetics. I took it as she gave me the opportunity that I didn't think was going to be coming. Going into makeup and having not done makeup in forever, and having someone with a makeup brand see something in you sparked something for me. Amazing. This palette actually has a name, and it is Spanish Gypsy. I named it. I chose the colors for it, and she collaborated with me for this palette. Absolutely love it. Will never see the graveyard because it was the beginning of my dramatic, out of my comfort zone makeup. Then let's move on to number, what was it, 11. What is the most annoying natural makeup advice for women over 60? I'm almost 60, not quite there. But for me, it's going to be, I don't know, don't wear colorful eye makeup. I heard that a lot. And there was something that Leanna said, something about looking like, and she could not remember the name, but it's Mimi. Mimi comes to mind for me with the blues. Blue eyeshadows is a struggle for me. I feel like I look like Mimi when I do blues. And I even have a video that shows me in very crazy blues. And then I toned it down and created a very beautiful look for a winter collab. Absolutely love it. So it would have to be telling people that they cannot wear bright, colorful makeup. Do what you want to do. Create your own beauty. Beauty is what you make of it. Then we have, which product is your armor for resilience days? Resilience days, and I kind of was a little bit confused with that, but after hearing Leanna talk about it, it has to do with the days that you are feeling a little bit of a struggle and you want to make yourself feel better. And for me, that's mascara. Mascara will forever be my go-to, no matter what. If I have mascara on my eyes or on my lashes, I'm good. And that helps me just overcome the day. Something as simple as mascara. Not necessarily the drama, makeup, but mascara. That is my go-to to help me feel complete for the day. Then we have number 13. We're on the last one, actually. What truth would you tell your 40-year-old self about beauty at the age that you are now? For that, I am going to say, beauty is what you make of it. And always, always, always take care of your skin. So if I could tell my 40-year-old self, which I was doing it anyways, but if I happened to not have been doing it, I would have said, take care of your skin. Your skin becomes the canvas that is going to help you create what you want to create, what is going to be the beauty part of you. Like I said, you make beauty what you want to make of it. That is what beauty is all about. That is what makeup is all about. Makeup is about playing around in it, not letting it sit. I have a lot of it that I need to bring and show and actually use, but it's a matter of just playing with it. You can always wash it off. So there's something that if you make a mistake, wash it off, start all over again, and create what you feel is beautiful. So those are the 13 questions. If you want to take the challenge, definitely take the challenge and tag Leanna Dalton in this. I will tag her down below so that you have that link if you don't know who Leanna is. And once again, I urge you to go and follow her because she has some inspiring and motivational words for everyone. So thank you, Leanna, for supplying these 13 questions. It was a lot of fun coming up with all of the answers. Challenge accepted and completed. And thank you once again for everything that you do, all of the motivation and inspiration that you bring forth in everything that you do in your videos. Love you lots, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, smile always.